fuel costs thanks to the Suez crisis. Despite Ferrari's success in Spa, Kimi Raikkonen's win here in 2009 would be the last victory that the Tifosi would taste until Sebastian Vettel led the Pratin horses to victory in 2018. Turn 11, unofficially known as Speaker's Corner, was officially named after legendary Belgian driver Jackie Ickx in 2018. Race circuit in Europe. Spa demands extreme concentration and skill from all drivers. Keep a close eye on the action around Eau Rouge.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Races Driving League for round number 13 of season 15, the Belgian Grand Prix, here from the historic Spa Francorchamps circuit, for what should be a very exciting round as we kick off the second half of the season. I'm your host, Zach Arcee, and alongside me, just briefly tonight, is Touch with Hope, who will be having another attempt at the POV qualifying lap because he goofed and didn't spectate himself in time. So, Pope, I'm gonna bring you in live now. You got anything to say for yourself?
Yep, I was on the toilet and the race started and I wasn't ready to go. But it's alright, we're here, we're gonna have a good time, we're ready to go out racing here in Belgium. Very excited. This race is 22 laps of pure battling.
I want to see the Discord Pope. I think we might have to hold the thoughts on that.
No.
I might have to come back to you in a minute, alright?
Yeah, that's all good, mate.
Alright, so I'll keep the mantle thing as it stands over here. So it's just kicking off for qualifying here. Our first few cars out on the racetrack. We'll find someone to do a live lap with. As Pope is obviously out the looking at it, I'll do it myself this week, which is rarity. We'll keep an eye on PJ Callaghan, 5th in the Drivers' Championship in the McLaren. So coming to the last two corners into the final chicane to begin his first time to run of the evening here on the Belgian Grand Prix circuit. So down the main straight and onto La Source, the tight right-hander at the first corner. Into turn 1 he goes, keeping it away from the curbs there. Good exit as well, keeping it away. And down the hill now towards the famous Eau Rouge Radion combination of corners here. Down the hill, reaching 8th gear, nearing 200 miles an hour as he goes into the left and now the right up the hill. To quickly move over the elevation change, crazy here at Spa. DRS now enabled to come down the camel straight towards Lecom, the fourth corner on the circuit, if my maths are correct. Into the right-hander he goes, yellow flag, there's an Aston Martin parked on the right-hand side. 30.065 the first sector for PJ Callaghan. Continuing on here out the chicane and making his way down the hill now towards the next right-hander. Quite a long one here, low speed corner. You've got to put on the brakes for this one in particular. Good exit. Gonna want to try and avoid going over those curbs on the exit of the corner to the left and now down the hill towards one of the more treacherous corners of the circuit. You get on the curb too much here and you're around, and if you're still in the race then you're out. But he keeps away from the curb and keeps it from going wide as well. Track limits will be crucial in that left hand in particular there. So have to watch out for that over the course of the race. Into the next chicane, nice and smooth from PJ here, reaching the second split. And as Imri, the debutant tonight in the AlphaTauri, goes fast, it's 1 minute 41.867. As you keep an eye on PJ, into the split he's invalidated, but he's 1 minute 14.9, his second split. One more second to go. This one taking more or less flat out into that final chicane. We'll keep an eye on him here as he nears 200 miles an hour through the first left and now through the second, coming towards the corner and making his way through. Ethan goes second fastest, 1 minute 43.3. PJ won't get a time in, but we'll see where he comes out here. Into the last chicane, the last corners on the circuit, over the curb to the left, into the pit lane. But that'll bring an end to the first run. I think we have Pope back now, hello? You still with us?
We do have Pope back.
Hey.
Pope is here. Yeah, ready to go. In the commentary booth this time, not in the Ferrari garage, which is quite nice. Obviously, Imri, who we know from other leagues, is absolutely wicked fast. So it'll be great to see him competing in the RDL for a debut race, looking to take that debut win I was lucky enough to do that in another league. It's a great feeling. Imri's definitely one to watch out for during this race.
Definitely. And we also got Nicholas Mayer, who has been impressing in the Takeoff Racing League since joining up there a couple of seasons or two ago in the Alfa Romeo tonight, replacing the driver who was a title contender at one point. That was Mr. TJ, who was at one point this season was leading the championship, Pope, but we're not sure what's happened to him since.
Just poor results in some of the races leading to a demotion. The other demotion was Fergie time, so those two have now taken a back seat for probably the rest of the season, both going to reserve, while we've had a couple new people who are either reserving for one-time race or taking full-time seats.
Sounds good. Now, of course, the big story, as usual, going into today is, of course, the championship. So, after the last round, Sniper, if I remember correctly, failed to score in Hungary, and Fan came home with a decent haul of points, puts him 23 back from the lead now. So, all of a sudden, we have a race on our hands again.
Yeah, Fan, who's currently P2 right now on the medium tyres. Obviously, Mercedes love this alternate strategy in qualifying. Fan, great result compared to Sniper, who had, quite frankly, a shocking race there in Hungary, but is vowed to improve for this one, and I think they said they're going to win this race, so we'll have to keep Sniper on their word for that, but I'm excited. Hopefully in the second half of the season now, we're at the halfway point pretty much, so we'll see who can take the reins of the championship by the end.
Definitely looking forward to seeing who emerges on top. Landau goes fastest in the Red Bull for tonight. Into turn 1 minute 41.863. That's 4,000 of a second separating him from the AlphaTauri. If this is real life, I'd Tony pinch me and shoot me in the face, because there's no way that's happening in real life. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I've got rid of enough else to add on to that. I mean, yeah.
Very close to start things off. Fan there in third. I said on the ultimate strat. Curtis in fourth. Alvar, because making his return tonight, in 5th place, and Ethan in 6th. Those are the 4 cars of set times. Nicholas Mayer out on a lap. BJ comes to the line now. We'll see where he stacks up. Goes to P4, 3/10 off his teammate, but still down the second row. So good lap. Good thing to start off.
Yeah, very good for Mercedes. Mercedes looking very, very strong. I don't know if we have failed to mention this so far. I'm not too sure if I missed it, but obviously back in the actual cars this time. Past 2 races, we've had the custom liveries, which were fantastic. Backing things out, make it a little bit easier for us to understand.
Definitely, I do enjoy seeing the logos on the left-hand side of your screen again. It's a small detail, but I do like seeing it. Just keeps things nice and official. Keep my eye here up on Nicholas Mayer, who's on an outlap for Alfa Romeo. Now, of course, we've said about Imri, where we think he'll stack up, maybe a contender for the win. But in terms of Nicholas, how do you think we're going to perform tonight? You have to give me a position.
Nicholas, also very, very strong driver coming through here into the RDL debut race day. I've raced Imri a couple of times. Imri I know personally is very fast. Nicholas I've not raced, or not to my knowledge I've raced, so I couldn't really necessarily put them at the top, but definitely within that top 5. Definitely looking to score points today on their debut.
And we'll see where about stacks up after his first qualifying lap, which keep an eye on here. Of course, it wouldn't be the first time we see a first season driver doing well. Of course, Snipe Hunter in his first full-time season of competition. Not really a rookie per se. He had a few races throughout last season before he went full-time. But yeah, for his first season, leading the championship, not too bad at all.
Yeah, first full-time, it completely changes you. When you join midway through a season, or you take a car midway through a season, it puts a lot of pressure on you, and you kind of just have to, while everyone's in the run, you're just starting to warm up to these cars. Even though they're equal, I always feel like they handle a little bit differently, and they've all got different characteristics. So having a full-time seat, you get to learn the car, you get to drive it to how you want to drive it, and I think Sniper is excelled in that, especially while people were learning the game in the first part of the season.
Definitely, of course, you mentioned the quality of the cars there. It's good to see that patch's been fixed, and I think that our front row right now is definitive proof of that, given that we have an AlphaTauri just 4,000 of a Red Bull, which is something again you've never seen in real life. Imri on another lap here. He's a 5th attempt up in the first sector. He doesn't need much to improve to take it back on pole again, so we'll see how he does over the rest of his lap. Nicholas there coming through sector 3. 1 minute 13.8 was his second split, so we'll see where he emerges at the line. Should be a solid lap. I'm looking forward to seeing where he puts himself. Of course, got a couple of cars on the racetrack as well. Daniel Aaron in the Haas. Webbs is on that lap. PJ and Imri both on laps, and Fan about to start another one when he comes through in a sector or so. Here comes Nicholas Mayer towards the line then for his first qualifying lap in the RDL. Goes puts himself P4. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's a P5, roughly around that area. Very, very good lap there by Nicholas. This grid hopefully will be the ones that see us now. We've had the midway season performance reviews, and this will probably be the grid that we end the season with. So I'm looking for everyone now to get back into the swing of things and show off what they've got.
Definitely. The second half of the season is always, I feel, is always a lot as insane, if not more insane than the first, because the first one everyone's still getting up to speed with the game. And of course, the tracks at the end of the season are a lot more exciting. Yellow flag in sector 2, that's McLaren going slowly. That is PJ Callaghan's. Imrie goes fastest by quite a bit this time. I look at the gap here, just under 2/10 over Landlord. So fantastic lap from the debutant tonight. Puts himself on provisional pole.
Yeah, fantastic there by Imrie. I would say Landlord coming back in today in the Red Bull, already back up to speed with things. We saw that with Che last week, so once again the reserves doing a fantastic job.
Definitely good to see. Fan now onto his soft tyres, running in the 3rd spot, a 10th up after his first sector. He's got a bit of work to do, so we'll see whereabouts he gains the most time. Of course, he's still in with the shout of the championship. He's had a number of wins this season, and he's always up there fighting for those podium places. Sniper Hunter, he has to set a lap time. He didn't even get out on the racetrack, I don't think, so still waiting for him to emerge. But Fan has a good chance, I reckon, to perhaps nab some more points this week and try and push himself closer to our championship leader, who's been in the lead for so long now.
Yeah, Sniper's letting the confidence, I think, get to their head a little bit, and I think they won't mind me saying that. After all, I've been in the position, I've been leading championship here in RL, and you can sometimes get a bit too confident with yourself. Don't let it affect you. For me, going back from last week, yeah, you've still got the pace. We know that Sniper's got the pace. However, that was not a good result last week. Get on the track and just show your dominance, flex your muscles a little bit.
Definitely, and the interview he gave you last week was a bit different too. As Fan goes fastest there by 4/10 over Imrie, who won't be responding this time round. He's got an invalidated lap, has to make it back to the pit lane before he carries on. And BJ now might get a bit of help with a tow from his teammate on his lap here, so keep an eye on these two as they come towards Eau Rouge. We should see Fan move out of the way down the Camel Straight, going towards Le Com. So we'll see what the plan is for them here. DRS deployed, and Fan helping his teammate as much as he can before going over to the right hand side, down Camel before Le Com. And BJ's now 4/10 up on his previous effort, which puts him in a 1:41, which could see him perhaps on the second or even the first row of the grid.
I think Mercedes have just took the lead of the Constructors' Championships. They have been the best team this season. Though it's probably arguable to say that when on the day, Sniper and Grumio are probably the fastest. Mercedes, no doubt, always work better as a team. They know each other very, very well, these two. And as you just saw, that's a fantastic display of teamwork, and it's going to really help them stretch their gap in the Constructors and hopefully put BJ in that top 3 race where they can help each other gap the rest of the field.
Well, BJ up to 3rd place now with TJ being out of the picture. 56 points at the top, so honestly, it's not impossible. And I wouldn't say it's over for even Curtis or PJ at this stage. It could go for anyone here. This championship could still change dramatically, but it takes something huge from Sniper Hunter to give that many drivers a chance in these late stages. Because, of course, you think to Websy in 6th place there. He is 75 points at the top, so which is 3 race wins. So I have to wait and see, because as I said earlier, a number of exciting tracks towards the end of the campaign. Plus, we're going to Qatar and Vegas, which, of course, we've never raced here in the RDL before. So those 2 tracks could be wildcards, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that's something that I've got in my head. We've got tracks which these drivers have not raced before here in the RDL. You might have drove them in other leagues, but it's completely different. It's the different type of drivers. You know these drivers for the rest of the season. And obviously, because we do the season chronologically in line with the actual F1 season as well, you've got all the practice in, and you know how these drivers react to that track. It's completely different in other leagues. So you can't really cross over your performances. I mean, some people are just good at certain tracks, but these tracks, we don't know what's going to happen. And I can't wait to be there and watch how these drivers take on that circuit, because I've drove Qatar and it was a ball ache. It was a fantastic race, but oh, it's tough. It is really tough. And Vegas as well, that track is sliding.
Didn't you run out of fuel in Qatar, or did you get puncture? One or two?
I got a puncture, yeah. I got a puncture, which is, I think, for the first time ever in actual league racing. Dan Aaron is now out of the session. P11. Not looking great there pace-wise, but it might be saving it for the race, so no doubt. Still got loads of people not to set a lap yet, which is quite crazy. But someone I want to focus on is Websy. Like you were saying, 75 points off the championship lead right now in P6 in the championship. From where Williams were at the beginning of the season, Websy's come out of nowhere and has been doing fantastic. The strategies always pay off for him. So I cannot wait to see what Websy can do today.
Definitely. It's definitely been one of the standout drivers this season, if not the standout driver. Of course, I think back to Australia, which is his first major performance, first podium of the season, no less, and then followed up with a win in Baku, thanks to the late crash for Grumio and for Fan and BJ, if my memory is correct. So took the win there. Of course, came very close a couple of weeks ago at Silverstone to taking home a second win before a strategy saw him off. A Sniper Hunt took the win that week. But yeah, honestly, I see him. He is the dark horse, I think. If the championship goes down to these 6 drivers right now, then he is a dark horse. But we never know. Things have to be very blown quite wide open for Sniper and Fan to both have problems and everyone else capitalised. So we'll have to wait and see what goes down. So near the last 2 minutes, JB retiring. A number of cars out of the session here. And yeah, again, I just said, but a number of cars yet to set times. I see 4 of them there. Courtney Goblin, Sniper Hunter now on the racetrack. Shane's still in the pits, and Cheese has just started his lap. I'm told he's eating his dinner, which I'm not sure if it would be calm with me saying on here, but yes, I've said it now, so we'll keep an eye on his lap to make up for him. So down the camel straight he comes here towards sector number 2. The Aston Martin still waiting there on the right hand side. Good sector for Cheese to start things off. Make his way into sector 2 now.
Yeah, Cheese, probably not the best time to set a lap. You've got all the drivers warming up the tyres for their final run, and you're here on a flying lap. I've done this before. It just makes it a little hard to weave through the traffic, but he's done a good job at it so far.
Definitely, he's found some open space for himself. Oh, gotta go wide. That's Imri, who just crashed it at the right hand. I just saw, sorry, the left hand. Sorry, I just saw that from Cheese's perspective. But Imri will have no further part in qualifying and will not put the car on pole. He will not deny the silver arrows, or the black arrows on the front row rather, as Fan comes through to start his final lap of the session. He's got 40 seconds to make it round. I think everyone who's trying to make it, I think Lando will be the last car to make it round. I think he should just about do it.
Yeah, everyone should do it. What I'm noticing already is BJ will not make this run, however, it's going slowly. Is this to give Fan that extra edge for the championship? I think we know where Mercedes are edging their bets onto now. They really want Fan to take the lead of this Drivers' Championship with Stiper still in P40.
Cheese goes faster.
Smoky Cheese out of nowhere with a fantastic lap, just over half a 10 faster than Fan, but Sniper is just purple to sector 1. That'll be crucial to see later on at the end of this session.
And Fan going 8 hundredths up in sector number 1 as well, which would be enough for him to reclaim pole position. Checker flags now fallen. BJ obviously over the line. Imri out. Landlord started his final lap. Websy is on his way through Eau Rouge now. Next car to come to the line, Nicholas Mayer, the debutant, who was 8 tenths up in the second sector. This could be a stonking lap from him to cap off qualifying to come towards the line. We'll see where he puts himself. It could be a 1 minute 41 here. He puts himself on pole!
Fantastic. What a great lap there. 141.1. The third car, sorry, to make it across the line for the final time. Still got a couple of people gonna finish their laps, but that's a great time by Nicholas.
Could anyone deny one of the debutants snatching pole here? Fan looks to be improving. He's almost 2 tenths up, so this could be the end of it for Nicholas Mayer. Could still see himself go on the front row. We'll see where Sniper puts himself as well. He's coming through the last corners now. We'll see where the championship leader can go with this one lap. Towards the line he goes now. It's going to be 41. It's close. It's only P4 for the championship leader, and he will start behind Fan, who might still put himself on pole yet. Towards the line he comes, looking for pole, and he can't take it.
Oh.
The last sector's gone wrong for him. Cheese is slowing. Landlord is up by 1.5 tenths. Make that 3 tenths now, but it won't be enough for this rate. He needs another 3 more than that. Websy through the last sector now. We're seeing a number of cars come to the line. Here comes Curtis, 4 tenths up off the last corner. He comes towards the line. P9 for the Alfa Romeo driver, waiting for the next car to come through. One of the Williams cars. It's Courtney Goblin, who's through for P13. Retirement for PJ Khaled. Sorry, not crashes. Okay, Websy into the pits. Laps over for him. And Landlord with the last come through to the line. And we could be about to see Nicholas Mayer on pole position. Landlord goes into 5th, and Cheese is slow. So unbelievable. A debut pole for Nicholas Mayer in the Alfa Romeo. And he'll leave Fan, Cheese, Sniper, and Landlord to turn 1.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. It's a great lap. Just under a 10 separates the top 3. This race is going to be close. The DRS will be crucial here. Strategy will be crucial. Does Nicholas have that attitude to take it with him and take it in his stride on the debut race? I cannot remember the last person who was making a debut and took a pole position here in the RDL, so that's a fantastic achievement and should be very proud of that. But you don't score the points on the Saturday, you don't score the points at the qualifying, so we'll have to see who scores all 25 points, maybe even one more for the fastest lap in the next session.
Definitely, we score all our points on the Monday night, and Nicholas Mayer who had to pick up his first, potentially 26, should things go well for him. But we won't get too ahead of ourselves just yet, but congratulations to him for his first pole in this league regardless. Unbelievable stuff. And of course, Feinstein taking Imrie down there in 7th place in the end. No doubt frustrating considering what happened on that last lap. But could we see a debut winner? Honestly, I could see it happening. I could see Nicholas or Imrie coming home with the win today.
Oh, definitely. I think everyone in the top 10 has got a chance. I mean, a second separates them. I think it is. Literally anyone could do that. To be honest, we saw a couple of incidents at Hungary. Have the drivers ironed out those issues around this track? Not too sure. I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm not going to put any bets on who's going to win because I don't want to look like a silly Billy.
I think he'd be forgiven for not wanting to put any bets on a plate. We'll be back with you in a minute or two for the start of the Grand Prix. This could be an absolute classic, ladies and gentlemen. I'd recommend you not turning away now. Do not miss this one. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. We'll be back with you in a minute or two to cover the whole thing live. We'll see you then. Welcome back then. The heavens have opened, ladies and gentlemen, in the last minute or two. So all of a sudden the Spa-Francorchamps circuit blanketed under a large rain cloud and the track somewhat sodden here for the start of what promises to be a classic RDL Grand Prix on a Monday night. Pope, you said to me a minute ago you're not making any bets for this one. Do you still stand by that now?
Yeah, I'm still going to make no bets. I think the rain has just made it even crazier. I think that opens it up to absolutely everyone. I remember a couple seasons back actually winning here as a reserve. I won here in Belgium. I think that's my only win here in Belgium. I'm not very strong at this circuit, but I started from like P16. So it's like I was talking about in Hungary. You never know who will be able to take that win, especially with these changing conditions. Everyone's on intermediates. I don't think that's a surprise.
No surprise at all there, but hopefully the track will dry up and we'll see perhaps a change onto dry tyres later on, and depending on when it comes, that switchover could be crucial so who comes out on top today. Shashi still could play into the hands of a number of drivers and be the catalyst for a disaster for a few of them. And there is your pole sitter, one of your two debutants, one of the rookies. Nicholas Mayer will lead us to La Source with C110P fan, the championship chaser, alongside him.
Championship leader Fan will be wanting to make sure they get into pole position as first place, not pole position anymore, first place as quickly as possible and control the pack from there. They want to be the ones making the calls to go on the softs. But then, like I say, it might even be better to sit back and get a jump on the person in first. Maybe the rain doesn't quite get little enough, until the lights have gone past and you pass the pit lane, and then those at the back can pit earlier and gain the advantage for those slick tyres.
So here we go then, it's time to find out. The Belgian Grand Prix, run number 13 of the championship. 5 lights are on, 5 lights are out, and it's foot to the floor. Once again, go, go, go. Off the go up towards La Source. Nicholas with a good start in front of Fan. Cheese on the inside, gets up into second place. Looks like Nicholas defends the inside a bit more there. Cheese now has a clean run off La Source and towards turn number 1 they go. My game is muted. Here we go, the noise is back now. Nicholas leads us towards O'Roos for the first time. Top 3 now into Lion Sniper into 4th. I see Imri going side by side with Landlord, the champion, and the rookie going side by side here into one of the tightest corners in the championship. Landlord gets away in front. Websy getting very close to contact there with Imri and cutting off Curtis in the process. He pulls to the right hand side, trying to take it 3 wide down the Camel straight towards Lecom. But it looks like up front it's his teammate, the other Alfa Romeo, is in front and leading this train. He's got cheese all over him though. Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, huge collision right back there.
Shane's out.
Huge collision.
Virtual safety car already deployed. Connie Goblin involved in that. And your AI is still on the track, Pope. We could have a problem here.
Yeah, there was nothing I can do about this.
Ah. Okay. Right. Well.
The collision was, it looked like Connie had spun it. And it just created a backlog there at the end of the Camel Straight. But we will have to look into this. A shame for Shane, who has just really not had that good run of form recently. Bad luck in that Haas.
So virtual safety car comes out in for the first time today. I feel like it won't be the first time we see the any form of safety car deployed whatsoever here. Waiting for the green flag. Nicholas has defended himself fantastically on the start. He's got Cheese there behind him. Fan is down in 3rd. Sniper Hunter in 4th place. BJ 5th. Landlord 6th. After narrowly holding off Imri in the 7th spot. Websy sits in 8th, Curtis 9th, and PJ rounds at your top 10. Waiting now for the green flag so we can get back to racing on the opening lap of this Belgian Grand Prix. There's the flag, and we are underway once again here. Nicholas leads Cheese, and then Fan, Sniper, and BJ. That's your top 5 as they come towards the last couple of corners to complete the first lap of this race. And we're 21 away from the end of what should be a very fantastic Grand Prix. On to lap 2 then. Cheese waiting for opportunity to try and get around Nicholas Mayer. Several cars in the pit lane here. Pope retiring his car, which is good to see. Alvar is in, not the return he would have wanted so far. And Connie Goblin with a penalty stayed out. I think that's 5 seconds for a collision, so he should have that removed at his first stop. Short of being under a safety car. Cheese is really gaining on Nicholas here as they charge towards the Camel Straight for the second time. Look at the run the Red Bull gets going towards Lecom. It's closing all the time. Might pull to the right hand side, going into the corner. Very tight between them. But Nicholas stays in front for the minute.
These two are scrapping away absolutely massively, both on similar ERS. But it's the traction zones that Cheese just gets this huge advantage. It's crazy to see that Red Bull is gripping up perfectly there. Fastest lap right now, obviously first lap, 2 minutes 13. It's a very, very long way around the circuit in a dry, never mind the wet. But yeah, as you said, Alvar in the pits already, not the return he wanted.
I'm sure he'll be able to recover himself later on. We'll keep an eye on this race for the lead up front. The Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull pushing the snot out of each other as they race for that top spot. Fan there behind them about 6.5 tenths back, looking to counter and capitalise on any mistake that these two may make. I see Salvo Grumio there, reigning champion, up past PJ and into 10th place. Yellow flag, and that is 912 around! Off into the wall there.
This is not what Sniper wanted, and we've got a virtual safety car. This is it. Do not let it slip now. Steven Gerrard once said that right before he slipped, quite literally. And this is not looking good for Sniper Hunter. Obviously, long way to go in this race, so no need to stress massively. But you've been leading the championship pretty much for the last 8 races, I think. And those Mercedes are crawling back to you. This is not what he would want.
As it stands right now, Fan with a win could take the lead of the Drivers' Championship. I think for the second time this season after the win in Bahrain. And BJ looks to try and close that gap too. He could potentially put himself within, maybe even within a race victory if he wins the race himself. We'll have to wait and see here. But these two Mercedes cars, now they know what's going on with Sniper. He's just pulls into the pit lane now. Waiting for that VSC to end so that the back to racing once again. And the onslaught on our race leader can continue here. Cheese, we know that, itching to try and get past this Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Cheese will be absolutely desperate to make that move. He wants to make the most of these wet conditions. If you can make the move in the wet, it allows you to try and build that gap as we go back to green flag running. And Nicholas looks like he gained a little bit of that virtual safety car. Very good restart there.
Fantastic stuff, keeping on the right side of the Delta. So Cheese then falling back from the Alfa Romeo, perhaps under more threat from Fan than he is threatening the Alfa in front of him. So keep an eye out. Imri there in 6th place now, of course, him gaining a place from one of the cars earlier on. I've forgotten who that would have been. I believe it would have been Curtis or PJ. Not entirely sure. One of those two, I believe. It might have been Webbsy. I could be wrong. But of course, he struggled to get past Landlord on the start. I'm not sure if you saw it, but those two really went for it through a Rouge, and there might be a bit of contact. They came very close to wiping each other or Curtis out.
Yeah, Landlord is a very, very aggressive driver. Great defense, very fair, but will put everything on the line. So you put that up against a hungry rookie, you're going to get a fight of the century. See Landlord right now get a great exit to the back straight where they're eyeing up BJ probably for a move into the bus stop chicane. We'll have to see where this goes.
He's going to look to the left-hand side going into the last corner. BJ, I have to know he's there. Can't shut the door on him. Oh, and around he goes. A contact as well.
Oh, damage for Imri. That is not what you wanted. Imri's going to have to go into the pits there, pick it up. A pit stop, which is just so unnecessary right now. Such a shame there for Imri. Could literally do nothing about that.
A very unfortunate situation there for the other of our debut somewhere. The other one leads. The other one now, no doubt, very despondent. So front wing changed in order. He shouldn't fall too far behind the pack, which is a good thing. Let's see whereabouts he emerges. Is there a sniper? We'll be able to gain a few places here. Connie Goblin as well. Looks like a change of tyres. And serve a penalty. So that's sorted. I'm not going to change the wing. No, they're not. It's Alvar that's the fastest lap. They're only at 57.4. A lap a lot faster. Could that be a sign of the fact that the track is starting to dry?
Yeah, this track is definitely drying. There is no more rain in the air.
Oh, crash!
So probably. Ooh.
Daniel Arrow now.
That's a full safety car.
Full safety car. Well.
Hassers are having an absolute nightmare, but this is where it gets tasted. This is something that, obviously, as a former driver, I know exactly what to do in this situation. For me, pitch straight onto those soft tyres, or probably hards or mediums at this point, really. The track will probably be just dry enough to go straight onto slick running, maybe a lap, but you won't gain enough in that lap or lose enough to make it worthwhile. You can see the dry line forming. We've had this situation here in Belgium before because the weather here is absolutely crazy, so I'm excited. This is good. This is exactly what we wanted.
Definitely. And in terms of that change on dry tyres, do you go for a set of softs to go for another stop, or do you try to go hard to the end? What's your take on that?
Maybe mediums. I think you need to make sure you get the heat into the tyres, and then hopefully try and get hopefully no. Oh, Emery speeding on the safety car when you could just get back into this race. A silly little mistake like that. So unfortunate because the game can really throw it up in the air for you. It's a shame for Emery. Big shame for Emery. We'll have to serve that one to safety cars ended. Nicholas staying out. Don't think it's dry enough, but Fan is in. Smoking Cheese is in. Who has made the right decision here? The rest of the field look like they're pitting. I think Nicholas might have gone wrong here.
Oh, a bit of contact there. Grimmy and nudging Webbsy. So and JB stays out, Ethan stays out. We'll keep an eye on Imri here. We'll see what he chooses to do. Sniper Hunter as now has a lifeline back into this race. We'll see what he chooses to do this time around. But a lot of drivers making the change here. So Fan onto hards, BJ hards, Landlord, Grimio hard tyres, Cheese and Webbsy on mediums there. Bit of a different flavour there. Go for that slightly more. Go for that yellow. A yellow walled tyre. But what's the
For me personally, I would go for the mediums. I feel like the track is going to be cold. It's cold anyway here at Belgium. The track's going to be cold. You want a tyre that can heat up a little bit quicker. You'll probably get about 6 seconds. And at the rate this is going, we're probably going to get another safety car. So it either be switch onto the mediums again or switch onto the softs. I think you really need to get the advantage out of these mediums though. So for the likes of Sniper, who will be trying to weave through all the hard runners, it might be a little harder, but for Cheese, who will be fighting at the front, I think that's a great strategy call.
Trying to make up in the 7th strategy after the two-stop attempt at Silverstone a few weeks back. So we'll obviously have to see if things work out for him or if he's accidentally hired Ferrari strategist. We'll have to wait and see in that respect. Alfa Romeo 1-2 as it stands right now, but of course both Alfa Romeos staying out, as well as PJ, JB and Ethan. So 2 McLarens, 2 Alphas, 1 Ferrari, and all of them still on the intermediate tyres, along with Courtney Goblin, who's still on the ones he's just changed onto. Imri onto hards, Sniper onto hards, Alvar, Sniper onto mediums, and Alvar onto hards, as well as Grimio. Grimio hard, Websy medium, Landlord hard, BJ hard, Cheese medium, and Fan hard, and everyone else is still on inters. So there's your tyre update. And I assume perhaps on the next lap we'll go back to racing. We'll be here for a while, Pope, so we'll have to wait and see just what the plan is for this restart.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have a little bit of a break. For the drivers, not so much. You are still chugging around this track. You feel like you've done about 10 laps and you've only done 2. But it's such a thrill to drive. It's an absolute roller coaster. I know that's how people describe it, but the turns are just fantastic, and it's crazy how these cars just grip up around every single bend, especially like the likes of Puon.
I forget which corner Puon is. You want to remind me?
Same. I know one's called Puon. I know it's either the corner we've just gone through, or it's the left-hander at sector 2. Yeah, Nicholas is in. I think the realization has come to where you're not going to gain enough on those tyres. But Nicholas will now get a 1 lap fresher set of the hard tyres, but puts them all the way back in what could be near the back of the grid. That's not great. P12 it's looking like.
P12 definitely, and we'll see. We'll now get our first taste of what our Pulsars can do against the brand new field of competitors trying to work his way back. And his teammate Curtis leads. PJ and JB, they are top 3. Still on the inters, as is Courtney Goblin. Fan is the first car on dry tyres, so should he have made the right call? He could have about set the championship lead, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to keep an eye on where Sniper is. But that lead could be his in about 30 minutes' time.
Yeah, this is a big race here for Fan. The Mercedes have done very well so far. Great strategy, and technically they're in provisional P1 and 3, but they've got the Red Bulls raring to go. They're using their T well. They're using the T well, and the 2 stacked drivers there of Cheese and Landlord. That is a great driver lineup. That's
the first time I've ever heard a league racing player referred to as stacked, but you know, first time everything. So yeah, a number of very good combinations in the field. I do say so myself. I do completely concur with you there, Pope. And obviously not to mention the Alpines, of course. I have the best day right now, but that could change very quickly. They look to turn it on its head over the rest of this race. This race could still be redeemed for them. If I have a look at the Constructors' Championship gap quickly, we've turned up about the Drivers' Championship as of right now. 21 points separating the Alpine to the Mercedes. So that could be game, but that could all be game back today. But it requires something to go hugely wrong for the Black Arrows. Do I call them the Black Arrows or the Silver Arrows? Does it depend on livery?
I think it's still Silver Arrows, I think.
I'll call them Silver Arrows then, yeah.
Everyone's just kind of known them as the Silver Arrows.
I'll call them Arrows, but they're already a team, so I can't really do that. Anyway, right, well...
Let's call them Mercedes.
Let's call it Merc, yeah, go on. Right, so, here we go. The track a lot drier now. I think there's drivers on the inters will be starting to realise now they might have made a big mistake here, as Curtis will look to salvage the situation as best he can, and we'll see what PJ and JB choose to do behind him. Restart.
For me personally, these guys need to peel straight into these pits. They peel into the pits, and you're not going to lose that much time because all these drivers will be battling each other. But they should be listening to the commentary, guys. This is what I'm here for.
Strategic insight from a former champion of this series, no less. And Curtis looking to pull away right away as well. PJ sticking to the back of him. JB falling back a little bit, but still right there with him. And I see PJ is the one listening to you, Pope. He's off into the pit lane now. As we get back to the green flag here, lap 7 underway here at Belgium, and JB with a poor exit in that last corner. Up towards the source they go. Fan to the inside of the racetrack, going into turn number 1. I see Cheese behind him as well. Into that first corner, Fan on the inside. Needs a solid exit to pull in front, and there he goes up into second place. And can now get to work on chasing the other Alfa Romeo. Chase one. It's now time to chase another one.
Fan needs to go. Use all your ERS. You have JB there for a second just to block Cheese that little bit extra. You're going to gain crucial tenths of a second here. Crucial corners for this Grand Prix. You've heard that one before.
Landlord to the inside of BJ going into the right-hander. In the chicane they go. JB is sort of just sitting there at this point on those intermediate tyres. Perhaps potential roadblock, a banana skid to these guys. They're trying to race a position as Fan around the outside of Curtis into the right-hander. They come close to contact, and they've all got away from it safely, and Fan in the lead.
Fan is in the lead. Fan needs to go. Use that ERS. Good. He's using the ERS. And now Cheese is now behind, so this is going to be the battle. Obviously, Fan's got the tyres to last the longest, but who will come out on top of strategy?
And there comes Landlord too around the outside of Curtis, whose podium has now found himself drifting away slowly indeed. JB's already down to 8th place. Could be out the points by the time he even reaches the pit lane next time round. Imri and Nicholas Mayer, the rookies, back inside the top 10 now. BJ passing Curtis now. Webb's inside of Curtis too. Very tight for the Williams, who again gives us another Leroy Jenkins moment, another Daredevil appearance for the Williams as Grumio tries to get involved now as well. Takes away P6, looking for P5 now as they come into the last sector, closing all the time on Webbsy, who's closing on BJ.
Oh, big collision there in the back. Sniper hit the back of JB. That was nearly tears.
And Sniper, his race falling apart by the second here. Fan sets the fastest lap. Might be an illegal overtake for Sniper perhaps. What has happened to the championship leader here, who's staying out? He wouldn't go change that. He's not even going to go change the wing.
This is not going well for Sniper. Obviously, Imri having to serve that drive-through penalty, which is going to help. But those three, Nicholas, Sniper, and Imri, that was a crazy little moment there through the left fender at sector 3.
I didn't even see it. Talk us through what actually happened there.
I'll tell you through in a second, but it's a 10th of a second between Cheese and Fan as Cheese goes down to the inside at the end of the camera straight, making that move up the inside and calmly taking P1. That's a great little move, but going into the sector 3, JB was on the inside, obviously on those old intermediates that aren't working on these dry conditions, with Nicholas, Imri and Sniper in a 3-car train behind, going through the left and the exit space on the outside just closed up as JB drifts out wide, and Sniper had nowhere to go and hits the back of JB.
Ouch, and he stayed out as well. He's got to do another lap without the wing, or without the end plate at least. But he's doing a solid job so far. He's kept it on largely on track, I assume. There's been no major issues for him. We'll keep an eye on him over the rest of the lap, see if he tries to run with it. Alvar looks to his inside now, and the Aston Martin on a return, pushing through to P9 now, pushing Sniper down to P10. If Fan can reclaim that one place, then he'd take the championship lead. But Cheese is almost a second in front of him already.
Yep, like we said, it's a long race. We've got a very long time to go, which I'm fully excited for. This race has been fantastic so far, I do have to say.
Definitely. Now we're back to the dry again. We'll get to see some very good racing indeed. We'll keep an eye on these two as they race for the top spot up front. And I think DRS should come to play on this lap, if I'm not mistaken. On to lap number 9 we go. And
for the first time this season, and it is activated. Yep, Cheese with a 1:45.9, great lap there on the mediums, but Fan has stuck with. That's really good, and has a gap to Landlord where BJ is now behind, so BJ really needs to make that move on Landlord to go and help his teammate catch back up with that leading Red Bull.
Sniper in the pits, Sniper retiring from the session here, and that's it for the championship lead. Now Fan, now he knows his main rivals out of contention. He's focused on one thing only, and that is that top spot poke. He needs all 25 points to nick the championship lead, and BJ make the pass on Landlord into the chicane at Lacombe. So Landlord down to 4th, Webbsy been looking for 5th, or from 5th, Grumio in 6th, and Nicholas Mayer back at 7th place. What a drive he's had so far.
Yeah, fantastic there by Nicholas. Alvar getting a 3-second time penalty. The thing is with Fan, don't push too hard though. Let Cheese do the pushing. At the end of the day, you're going to gain those points on your rival no matter what. So, especially now with Sniper completely out of the race and scoring 0 points once again, 2 races in a row. For Fan, the mental shift, just make sure you are finishing these races, collecting these points.
That's the crucial thing towards the end of the season. Points do mean prizes in a lot of senses. And speaking of points, Webbsy looks to try and swipe some more, being close enough to Landlord. So in closing and using the overtake to his advantage, but Landlord's got a lot of pent-up battery at this point, about 3/4 of his tank still left. He could have a go at BJ if he wants to. I think he might try for it. Going towards these last couple of corners. Might go for it again this time. Hope Ziggins time look at the right-hand side. I'm not going to try and go for the dive. There goes Webbsy at the inside. Might go way too late. very close. And Grimion is inside now.
Oh.
She sets the fastest lap up front as we start lap number 10 in this Grand Prix. And now Nicholas, the outside of Lesource, contact for a moment between the reigning champion, the record champion no less, and the debutant who just stuck his car on pole position. Side by side through turn 1. Storybook stuff here between these two cars in particular. But Grimion stays in front. But keep an eye out for this Alfa Romeo who could have a good run down the Camel Straight towards Lecom.
These guys are putting on a show. Though that break in there from Webster was absolutely ridiculous, last in the late breakers. But as you see, Landlord go into the inside of BJ, taking P3 back from him. They need to work together now. These guys need to work together and gain to these guys in front, especially Webster, who's on the mediums, cannot be stuck in this pack for too long.
See PJ Cal making the move there on Alva for the 9th spot. Both McLarens back inside the points playing places now. Of course, PJ, bit of an error with the strategy, but he's made it work now, and he's back in contention to try and score the last few points on the rostrum. And Imri 4.3 back. Dare say, I think he can pretty still catch Alva for the end of the race, and a safety car would help him massively.
Yeah, the safety car probably later on in this race, maybe in a couple of laps time, 4 or 5 laps, back on a set of mediums, maybe even soft for those risky drivers wanting to push it that little bit extra.
We'll have to wait and see.
That'll be a bit of spice for us, but at the end of the day, I don't really want anyone crashing out. We've already had 3 retirements really, so it's not great, but it's been an exciting race nonetheless.
Definitely, let's see if it spiced up any more for us later on. I'm still keeping my eye on our debutant in the Alfa Romeo yellow flag sector 2, and that is JB around. Comes the car, gets the forward again. Landlord takes the fastest lap of the race now. I have to take out the damage on the Ferrari there, isn't he? Unless if you hit the wall or not. I'll keep an eye out. No damage. Looks like he may just spun out, so he looks okay. So carry on. Fan just under 2 seconds back from Cheese now, and Landlord is closing that gap. But of course, Fan in all reality has to sit there because he knows that he'll have better grip on his tyres when we get to within the next 6 laps or so compared to Cheese, who, of course, those mediums are only meant to run around 10 to 12 laps. As Webster makes the move on BJ for P4 now, the Dutchman dropping back, and Grimion closing in is carrying the Alfa Romeo in his wake as they run through Lecom once again. Grimion on the chase here, looking for 5th.
These 4 drivers are doing fantastic just to keep these moves clean. But Websy now needs to pull away using the last bit of the freshness of those medium tyres to gap BJ, who is kind of struggling a little bit with the pace of the drivers surrounding. Obviously, Landlord gapping, but low on ERS as well, which is kind of crucial around this circuit. You do need it for some of these overtakes, especially when you're driving against such competitive drivers. But the Mercedes is doing well in P5.
I need these guys to teach me. My ERS management is awful, if I'm being completely honest with myself. But anyway, enough about my racing. So I went back to the actual racing on your screen right now. Fan is starting to close the gap a bit now. He's down to 1.8 seconds on cheating. Remember, it was 2 about a lap ago. We're starting to see a bit of sunshine now on the circuit, which should perhaps make some changes to the way this race is run. The dynamic of the race may change as the sun parts the clouds for the first time as we complete the first half of this race. It's Cheese in control and Grimmy at the other inside of BJ in the race position. Off the last corner they come, and down to the main straight once again. Could our rookie go for it? He's in the middle, going towards turn 1. Up the hill to the source they go. Might he try and make a hole? No chance of it. Grimmio in front, and Nicholas around the outside of BJ at turn 1. He goes over the curbs there. He'll have to fall back. And kicks out the wall narrowly there, joining the runoff. Very clean, and sticking it behind the Mercedes, trying to have another run at him out towards Lecom.
Nicholas is going to have eyes of gold as he sees the red light flashing of BJ's Mercedes. Hope you're alright, there's that. Get a glass of water down you. But as you can see, Nicholas already catching back up to Gruyere. Like, the DRS is so powerful, especially when the car ahead does not have it. It's so crucial for the overtaking and the training here in this race. We've seen a lot of gaps now between every driver, so it's really only the top 7, sorry, which are close enough to start making moves. But apart from that, everyone's kind of driving at their own pace.
Sounds good right now. Everyone's sort of keeping to themselves right now. I do appreciate your concern. I have myself muted just so that no one can hear me coughing, because I'm still sort of recovering from the cold from last week. But we're carrying on. I do feel better, so which is always a positive. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far as well. If you are, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more future audio content, including every race in the run-up to the last round, so that the entire second half of the season will be streamed here, short of any issues on my end. Imri with a penalty there. It's 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Third car with a penalty in this race. Johnny Alvar, and JB has 6 seconds to his name. I never even realised he had 6. I thought he only had 3. Regardless though, back up front, I do see Fan closing the gap now, and Cheese, his medium starting to wear off a little bit.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. Lap 7 around Belgium, the mediums will be starting to scream a little bit to the driver, telling me, please stop pushing me as hard. Let's try and take these as long as we can. But, sorry, 8 laps, it's just updated for me. So, yeah, these guys are going to be really struggling, especially with the first few laps on the safety car being like a complete new race start. They're squirming all over the track on a very cold track as well. So, yeah, they will be hurting.
Definitely. We'll see who bites the bullet and perhaps goes into pits to make the change for a set of soft tyres towards the end of the race. Because I'll assume that'll be the choice for a number of these medium tyre runners in these late stages. So we'll definitely get these tyres to about lap 16 or so, I think, before thinking about that last stop that goes 6 laps on soft to the end of the race. So we'll see what the plan is for these guys. Cheese, still 1.6 clear of Fan. Landau about half a second behind him. Websy in 4th place doing a fantastic job. I'd say he's got an outside chance of a podium profile, if I'm honest with myself. I could see him doing
definitely. Websy's been unreal this season. Probably the best I've seen Websy drive in my time being here in the RDL. I've been thoroughly impressed this complete season.
Personally, I think it's that he's been put in a Williams this time and not in a Ferrari, because I feel like he's almost always in the prancing horse. So it's good to see him with a change of colour, change of pace. It seems like he enjoys it as well. So hopefully that partnership will continue on into the coming seasons on the next game, which will kick off, or perhaps around the sort of the new year sort of time. BJ dropping back though. He's down there in P7. He's 1.4 off the pace now of Nicholas Mayer, who's looking to have another run at Grumio. I think he's closing in quite a bit here, going towards the last corner. Not enough to go for a move just yet, but he's still right there. Good exit from this last chicane will be all he needs.
So this one who's had to go run Imri, making a move there on Alvar, but Alvar's coming back with Curtis just behind. This could be a little three-way battle here, emerging at the back of the grid. Obviously, we're having such close battles up front, but we cannot forget the drivers who are trying to squabble for...
through wide there, Curtis goes inside!
Wide into the bus stop chicane.
He's got it
what
too.
A move there by Curtis. On the inside of both drivers, fantastic there.
And Imri pit lane.
Points play discussion.
No damage
Imri
on the
pit lane, not too sure why, maybe damage, yep.
No damage on the end plate as well, so I can see it might be
no damage.
Something else, perhaps a tyre change.
Tyre change, so there you have it. That's why Imri's in there, maybe for a set of medium tyres to go to the end of the race on.
Yep,
not wanting to get involved too much with the battling of those two.
So that's close though. Curtis going for it, and he's now worth it. He's a second clear of Alvar, and he's now in the points too. 5 seconds off PJ and P9. Can he still catch him, do you think?
Yeah, I think Curtis definitely could. 1 lap fresh tyres, and those two are still need to make a pit stop as well.
Sounds good. Right, so as it stands, lap 14, Cheese has built up his lead. Once again, Fan's back to 2 seconds now. Lionel just half a second back still, so he's pouncing, or waiting to pounce on Fan rather. Grumio still carrying Nicholas May along with him. It's almost like a first day orientation for the Alfa Romeos as the reigning champion gets hit with a time penalty. 3 seconds of multiple warnings, and that'll be Nicholas's chance to attack as they make their way towards the last sector here.
Yeah, Nicholas, who is on the 1 lap fresh. Virtual safety car.
Who's that for?
Not necessarily too sure why. Nothing pinged up on the track map, but this is perfect. Yeah, perfect for these medium runners.
Lionel stays out.
And yeah, these medium runners are going to be absolutely buzzing with this. Let them go back onto another set of mediums because obviously most of them have saved the set in qualifying. So yeah, this is worked out perfectly. Fan in the pits on softs.
Ooh, we'll see where everyone else goes on. Cheese onto mediums. We're looking at Websy on softs, BJ on softs too. So Strat from Mercedes is clearly all out push to the end. We'll see what Ethan does here. He's coming in, looks like mediums for him. A double stack there for McLaren. PJ going to lose some time. He may lose more if Curtis comes through in front as well. Oh, it's not looking. Oh, that's a very close release there for PJ Khaled. Well, your top 3 now. Landlord, Grumio, Nicholas. Cheese 10 seconds back. He's come out in front of Fan, who's on the soft tyres now. He's closed some time down as he waits to get back underway.
I'm just under the virtual safety car, I thought, let's go and hunt a little bit into the past Zach RC streams, which obviously, like you said, subscribe if you're enjoying, but we've got all the catalogue of the old RDL races from season 12 to now as we go back to green flag running. And in season 13, it was a wet to dry race as well. So there you are, a little cool fact.
It was, yes. That was on my birthday, no less. So this was
On
this
your
race
birthday?
exactly a game ago. So that was a very exciting one from what I remember, and it's giving us more excitement here. Lionel Di Scrimio.
Yeah, very exciting with a fantastic driver taking P1 as well.
Lionel in the lead there, but it feels like the RDL of old with Lionel and Grumio leading the way. Nicholas Mayer there in third place though, hounding the pair of them here. We're not willing to let them go at all. As Cheese has got hit with a penalty there, 3 seconds to his name, and that'll be all that the fan needs to hear right now. Those two looking to close them leaders.
Fans will be very happy with that, but like I say, soft tyres for the rest of this is not going to be great. But like I say, RDL of old with these two, but that new spark who's done fantastic, Nicholas, who obviously is going to struggle trying to defend off the fresher tyres from behind, but might be able to pounce back at the end of the race. This is going to be great. I love seeing when Landlord and Grumio fight.
Definitely. Of course, think back to the lot, especially on F122, Landlord was up there winning races, but not quite as fast as Grumio, who dominated both seasons on the last game, if you don't mind me saying so. And we'll see perhaps a spark of the F1 2021 rivalry we saw between these two back in season number 12 when they were driving for, of course, different teams in that season. Grumio in the Alfa Romeo and Landlord in the Alfa Tauri. So perhaps Grumio's seen a bit of himself in the past here with, of course, the car he drove to second place in the championship currently chasing him down while he chased his old rival for the lead.
Yeah, this will be a great finish to this race. The thing that Grumio and Landlord are so good at are defending from drivers. You barely see them get overtaken on track unless it's been an incident or in the pit lane. They are so good at defending, so it'll be very hard for Nicholas and these other drivers to get through even with those fresher tyres from Cheese behind.
Well, Cheese is closing the gap there. He's brought it down to 5 seconds to the Alfa Romeo, and Fan is doing his best to tag along. Still 1.3 back, 1.4 as it stands. Websy and BJ also on softs. Also in a world of their own right now. It feels like everyone's sort of split up quite a bit now compared to how they were earlier. These top three are the closest anyone is on to each other on the racetrack. So keep an eye on them in particular. I'm looking forward to seeing what Nicholas can do because he's followed Grumio for quite a while now. Perhaps learning the tricks of the trade from the current champion, the record champion no less, and seeing what he can pick up to try and take these two on. Oh, poor exit there from Grumio.
Yeah, very poor exit by Grumio.
Oh, he runs onto the grass there. Into the source they go, side by side, almost side by side. Nicholas has the inside. We'll see how good Grumio is defending against now. Off the corner they come, side by side, down towards Eau Rouge, and Nicholas emerging in front.
Not leaving an inch on the track there was Grumio. You don't expect anything less, but he's got a great run through Eau Rouge and Raglion, and he's already looking to pounce back.
But he's close on Landlord
using the slipstream from his old teammate. This is going to get very tasty.
Who does Landlord defend from? Into the corner.
Over it.
So close to contact.
Inside, allowing Grumio go through. That was fantastic driving by three of them, but oh my lord, that was so close to Nicholas scraping along the wall.
That was great fun there. I'm sure Nicholas enjoyed it, but we might have been too happy about being run off into the grass on the main straight there. But he keeps the car on the track, which is the crucial thing, and keeps it without damage, which is even more crucial. Cheese there with that penalty. Of course, Grumio has one too, so this is more or less Lionel versus Nicholas. So the Alfa Romeo needs the Alpine out of the way right now, so he needs to pass him soon before Landlord pulls away.
Yeah, Landlord is like, he's got 65% battery as well. I've just noticed that 65% battery. That's going to be crucial in defending from these drivers. But what these guys will really want is these two to still fighting, Nicholas and Grumio still to fight, but still not losing too much time from Landlord. Meaning it's just they're gaining, reeling these guys in.
Cheese is really closing that gap, as you say. And Fan 1.4 back, still waiting to try and close in. And we'll see this time what Nicholas does after the antics the last lap. We'll see if Grumio gets an equally poor exit. This time he keeps it well on his line and stays in front and looks to close on his former teammate here. 5 laps to go in Belgium, as there's a number of cars, Fat Pope, that can still win this race.
Yeah, don't think it's over for anyone, probably in the top 6. Top 6 are good. I think BJ might just be a little bit too far behind from the rest of the pack to maybe get the win, but still might be fighting there at the end of this race, especially when all these guys will be squabbling on all their tyres.
Nicholas closing in on Grumio. Looks to the right-hand side. Grumio again looking to run towards the grass. The Alfa Romeo having none of it, but gets outbreak. There's contact. Very close to losing it for Grumio, though, who saves the car like the champion he is. But Nicholas perhaps giving him a little love tap there, or perhaps saying to him, "Hey mate, I'm not. You might be the champion, but I'm not moving over for you. I'm not going to pull over and let you have this. You're in my grasp now, and I'll be taking you whether you like it or not."
Yeah, Nicholas is showing the pace that they've got. Obviously, the race has probably not gone the exact way that they want it, but nonetheless, they've shown what a talent they could be here in the RDL. But they've got a Red Bull on fresh medium tyres right behind.
Ooh.
That Red Bull has got its horns out, looking to make that move.
Very close race again. Fan has now finally closed in. Remember what's at stake for him, as Cheese is a very poor exit there. If Fan can come through and win this race, then he takes the championship lead away from Sniper Hunter and leads the standing for the second time this season. But Landlord will be focused on keeping all these guys at base. Tries to pull away now. Premier with the penalty, keeping Nicholas behind him. Cheese also with the penalty, looking to try and get up front to try and snatch a podium or a win if he can. It's unlikely as Nicholas pulls to the outside and goes back to the inside, looks to outbreak the champion. Into the corner they come, very close to contact, but he's alongside him as they go right through the last corner on the circuit. Grumio runs him wide there, and that allows Cheese to come charging through. Yellow flag by the back, and that's Imri around. He's almost lost the car completely, almost out of the race there. Cheese in second place now, Grumio into third, Nicholas dropping back, Fan around the outside. It's all chaos at turn one, Pope. Out of the source they come, back into line again, and it's Landon on the lead. But Cheese now in second, and Nicholas down to fifth.
Yeah, a lot of chaos there, some crazy moves, but that was fantastic to watch out. What I was looking at is Fan still using it, or not using much of the energy throughout this stint on the soft to attack these guys, which he's done well. Already getting Nicholas, now got Grumio, and might get Landlord. He does get Landlord. Sorry, Cheese, sorry. Whoa, Cheese went wide. Fancy P2, how's this happened?
And Grumio to the inside of Cheese now. This race is on it's turned its head completely, and no one is safe at all here. Grumio around the outside of Cheese. Nicholas trying to get himself involved as well. He should be on for a podium given these two penalties in front of him, but he wants to try and get more if he can. And Fan, now on somewhat worn soft tyres, is starting to chase down our race leader, Landlord. This could be a fantastic race for the Aegis Pope in the last couple of laps as Cheese tries to get around Grumio but can't do it.
Yeah, don't forget Websy. Websy is
there now too.
He's with this. Websy's looking really good for a good result here. I do have to say, I feel like the softs might just start dying off on the last lap. That's what I'd be a bit worried for, but nonetheless, these drivers will be able to make it work. They are the best of the best here in RDL.
Fan closing on Landlord all the time here. Cheese to the outside of Grumio. He's got to give him the room. And Nicholas goes back up the inside of Cheese now. Into the last couple of corners. Couldn't quite pull it off. On the outside. And Websy waiting for a chance. Cheese to the inside of Grumio. And Fan closing on Landlord. Not enough for DRS this time around, but he'll get it. Going towards the Camel Straight. They want to stay behind before they reach Eau Rouge. Just try and make sure he gets the DRS and try and take the lead. And I'm thinking about this race, what if he does it?
Yeah, as long as Fan doesn't burn out the tyres in the last two laps,
On to the outside.
it will be plain sailing. Fan making that move. Got the ERS, got to overtake. Now he just needs to go, get that gap as high as he can be. See Grumio passing back.
Ooh, through right for the back. Oh, that was close.
Nicholas, oh my lord, these guys are squabbling like I've never seen it.
Oh, Websy goes wide there, around he goes. The Williams off the circuit there.
Oh, such a shame for Websy. Just maybe the
BJ,
pressure getting a little bit too
so
high.
close.
BJ, oh, I
Threading
don't
the
like
needle.
that. That's a bit too close.
Way too close to comfort for
Wow,
BJ. Who was
such a shame there for Websy.
Yeah, it's horrible for him. He spent all that time chasing the pack. Sits down in 7th place, and now 6 becomes 5. But Fan is pulling away. Landlord trying to keep up with him. Grumio and Cheese fighting. Nicholas on course for a debut podium here in the RDL. Fantastic race for him, regardless of where he comes over. As long as he finishes the race either next to or behind these guys. But it's Fan v Landlord for the win now. But even though Landlord's a second back now, I dare say with 2 laps to go, Pope, this race might be over. Looks like Fan has it.
Yep, Fan's got that crucial 1 second gap. Even still, I think 7/10 would be safe for Fan. But obviously, we're making sure I don't want to get in the DRS, especially right now. Build a gap because the tyres will start dying soon, no doubt. But like I say, they're on 50 lap all hard. I don't think it really made too much of a difference.
2 laps to go here at Spa. Fan leads the way and is 2 laps away from taking the Drivers' Championship lead outright with the retirement of Sniper earlier on in the race. And if I look at the fastest lap, who has it right now? Fan has it. Full 26 points going his way, which means he will then lead the championship by 3 points going to Zandvoort, which is a hub that's notorious for chaos in this league and league racing in general. I'll keep an eye here on Cheese and Grumio. Cheese has DRS, as will the reigning champion. The Red Bull to the outside here. Does Nicholas try and get involved? Can he close it enough? No chance from his have a go at them. They're both closing the Landlord here, side by side into the corner. Very close between them. No contact. Clean racing between two fantastic league racing drivers. And they go side by side out of Lecon. And Grumio pulls in front. And there goes Cheese up to the inside. Very close there to contact once again. But Cheese down to 4th now. Grumio back in 3rd. But both these guys will lose out to the Alfa Romeo behind him. Behind them, sorry. Cheese closing, looking for a move to the left-hander. Not going to go for it just yet.
This is part of the league racing which I really do struggle with. But these drivers are just showing how it's done.
Definitely. Of course, you are technically among these guys, but you are champion of this league, no less. If I have to remind you, if you don't remind yourself in the mirror every morning, as Fan comes through into the last sector. He's got just over a lap to go here before he finishes this race and takes home what I think will be his, in terms of on the track, be his 3rd win of the season. I'm not sure how many he's claimed based off of points, because obviously we have reserves finished in front of him before. But if I have a quick count here as he goes into the final lap, I'll have a see about where his points have come from. Yes, this will be his. Sorry, yeah, this will be his 3rd win of the. Sorry, his 4th win of the season. Because because when your results were moved, Pope, he did win Monaco. So officially 3rd win of the season for him. Up behind them though, Landlord and Grumio still going at it here. One last duel between these two great champions of the series, both the multiple champions. Of course, Landlord, I believe, with 4, Grumio with 7. Not 7, 6, sorry. I'm getting my maths confused. Cheese looking to try and close on these two, and Nicholas has to bring the car home to bring home his first podium finish on his debut. JB, contact, sorry, not contact with Alva, sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up. It's Imri around again. And the debut, I'm sure he can't wait to get to the end of this one soon enough. Unfortunate day for him after what looks to be so promising, especially in qualifying. I think since that spin on his last run, things have gone downhill for him. He's been involved in situations that are just out of his control. Not a lot he could do. So I wouldn't put it down to his driver error in particular. We'll have to see how he does in Zandvoort next time out. We'll be going to Zandvoort with a new leader in the standings, provided that Fan can make it through this last half lap. And Landlord keeping it in front of Grumio, who's got Cheese all over him here. Looks to the inside, coming in out of turn, out the left-hander, and back towards Chicane, pulls to the inside. Not going to get enough of a run there. Goes a bit too deep, and Nicholas is watching this play out with a front row seat as he gears up for his first ever RDL podium, and he gets a time penalty!
Oh no, he gets time penalty on the last lap. That is not what you want. Oh no.
In the final moments of the race then, our David Top will finish in 5th. And a comment how frustrating. He's got to go for it now to try and take these guys. But one driver who's going plain sailing up front is Fan. He's rounding the last couple of corners now to take him his 4th win of the season 15 campaign. It's been his breakout season in terms of victories. He's going to come through a chaotic race. Fan wins it in Belgium. Landlord in 2nd place in the end. And Grumio will snag 3rd after penalties for both his 2 rivals. And BJ runs the lines in 6th position. What a finish that was. And Nicholas May with a penalty on the final lap, gutting end to his RDL debut.
Yeah, shame. That last bus stop was crazy. Smoking cheap. He said an absolute mega dive bomb to the inside of Grumio. Boy, almost put him out. Nearly allowed Nicholas to sneak into P4, but nonetheless, they all stayed in position as they started that lap. That was ridiculous racing. That was fantastic to watch out. I cannot wait for the post-race interviews. I want to see what the drivers thought about that. 43 minutes that race lasted. That's a very long time to drive 22 laps, so these drivers deserve a round of applause.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, how do you know? It says in the top right. Imri with the penalty again there, and Curtis, the last car to claim points. Cotney Goblin over the line, 11th place. Haven't seen much. He's had a quiet race today. Alvar will finish in 12th. JB in 13th, and Imri will cross the line in 14th place. It might get, it shouldn't get 13th because JB has not as 12 has 9. So everyone says how they are then. So Fan takes him under the win then. Fantastic win for him. I'm looking forward to speaking with him, as I always do with his post-race interviews. And Landlord takes home 2nd position. And in the end, Grumio in third. So a welcome return to the podium for Grumio. Good to see him back on the steps, and we'll see in terms of what those guys thought. Pope, give me your thoughts.
I thought that was crazy. I thought that was one of the most chaotic ends to a race this season. Obviously, I think we were treated to a fantastic battle up top, but I do want to say the McLarens did very well, P8 and P9 respectively. Not too sure which way it was round, but a team who have just done so well, just chucking in these points, getting these results. So I do want to say a huge shout out to them.
Definitely a fantastic race indeed for those guys who just did so well over the course of the whole thing. But Fan out on top then. 4th win of the season. 3 if you exclude Monaco, which I'm sure Pope will love to hang on to for as long as he possibly can. But fun race and a good way to kick off the second half of the season. Zandvoort next week. It can only get more chaotic from here. And we'll have to see who we can get to speak to. We'll have a look at the final results though from this fantastic Belgian Grand Prix. Fan wins the race then from Landlord 2nd and Grumio 3rd. Cheesheim in 4th. Nicholas in 5th. BJ 6th. Websy 7th. Ethan 8th. PJ in 9th. Good points to McLaren. Curtis takes the final point at home. Double points for Alfa Romeo. Courtney Goblin in 11th. Alvar 12th. JB 13th. Imri caps off a Torre debut in 14th. Poor day for him. But I said not perhaps his own doing entirely. Snipe Hunter, the first of our 4 retirees, joins Daniel Aaron, Shane, and technically you, Pope, because he's in a way started the race. So
Come on, let's go. Huge result there by the commentator.
how did he do it? While being in the box and both driving the car? We have no idea, and we'll never know why. Anyway, I dare say that post-race interviews are in order. And Pope, do you want to do it again? Because of course, yeah, a bit of fun with it last week. I want to see if you want to have another go.
I mean, yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun. I did enjoy it. Also, like to also like to get some reactionary answers, but
Right then, well.
yeah, obviously, bit of discussion already in the
Discord chat. Yep.
in this call chat. Yeah, it's all very it's obviously quite fun to look at, especially with the conversation about the 2 ex-teammates, Grumio and Landlord. But nonetheless, we'll see if anyone joins. Hopefully people will.
I want to speak to Fan personally. I do enjoy interviewing him when he's won race because he's often in a good mood in that respect, which is always positive to see. Just have to see who shows up.
If not, you can interview me, P18. So
I could do that, but you've been here all night, so might not do that.
not too much my voice.
Yeah, I think better. There's a reason we only do this once a week, Pope. I grow tired very quickly.
I don't
Saying
think I
that,
can do any more than that.
On a level, I'm surprised you're actually able to keep up the habit, like the amount I say, that you're actually able to carry on from what I'm saying. Cause I talk really fast. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but I speak really fast. My speech is very slow a lot of the time.
It's sound, don't worry, mate. Don't you worry. To everyone at home, absolutely. Well, we all love your commentary. I mean, people always ask, is that commentating? Not if Pope's commentating, so.
Well, I think they should ask for Sportain. I think you guys need to show some more support for our boy, our Monaco with a Pope. I see Fan is here now, so Pope, you want to get on that?
Yep, so welcome to the commentary box, Fan. Well done on your result.
Hello.
Obviously, two fantastic results on the bounce, especially in terms of championship. You are now the championship leader. How does that feel once again after, I think Bahrain was the last time you held that?
Am I really?
Or was it maybe Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, you lead by 3 points.
Yes, you are championship leader.
2, sorry,
Oh.
because Imri had the
Am I allowed to
fastest lap.
swear?
No. Yes.
No. Shoot, I didn't realise.
Uh,
No, honestly, I didn't
Yeah,
realise.
so-
I thought
There you are.
I thought I would have been, but BJ got a penalty removed last week, which swapped our position, so I assumed I'd still be behind Sniper.
I'll have a check.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'll take that.
Yeah, so in the
Yeah, I was
lead,
I mean, nonetheless, it's still.
I was a bit upset about him
Yeah,
retaking my
impressive
fastest lap. But, you know.
But you drove fantastically. I was obviously as the ex-driver, I've got those thoughts in my head, and you played a strategy perfectly. What were the soft tyres like at the end of that race? That's probably my biggest question to you.
I can tell you because I've still got my dash up. They were my fronts were 50 and 49%, and the rears were 48. But they still felt alright. The thing is, even though they were that worn, you know, when I boxed on the hards, they were sort of 20 to 30% worn at that point. Like they'd have gone the distance if we didn't have to pit again, and if everyone else was the same. But yeah, as soon as that VSC came out, I just knew that I had to get in the pits and get on the softs.
Yeah, no, you made the complete right decision, and it obviously paid off. What was it like fighting through the drivers at the end? Obviously, really close between, I think, all 5 of the top 5, maybe even 6 of yours, when it was at its peak. What was that like, trying to navigate your way through, especially on those fresher tyres?
It's going to sound really big-headed, and it's not meant to be. It wasn't too bad because they were all so busy scrapping each other. Oh, I get kicked out. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
yeah, we can still hear you, don't worry, mate.
I think it was just my phone locking. They were all so busy fighting each other. I think realistically, Nicholas was probably the only one I really had to overtake into turn 1, and even then I sort of got the opportunity because him and Grumio were fighting, and they both sort of ran wide out the final corner, so I managed to get alongside into turn 1, and then obviously after that, Cheese and Grumio were fighting, and then Cheese ran wide, and that let me through. And then after that, it was just I just sat behind Landlord for a lap. There was no point wasting time fighting him when I could just pass him with DRS out of Radeon. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was fun. I was sweating though. I thought when I saw it was it 11 seconds, I think, when I came out the pits.
I think it was around
something like that. I was sweating. I thought I'd sort of overestimated what we could do at that point. But once I saw the others all getting penalties as well, I sort of knew that I'd have it if I just kept my head.
Yeah, you kept your head very well, and it obviously paid off. Going on to next week, we've got Zandvoort, obviously your teammate, BJ, home race for him. How are you guys feeling as a team? Obviously, teamwork today in qualifying was magnificent to watch. I was singing my praise. Yeah, no, we did. I was singing my praises about it.
We caught that.
We were.
Yeah.
You can thank BJ for that one, because it was his idea, and he knew exactly where we needed to come out of the pit so that one of us could get the toe on the back straight on one up the up Radeon. It's a bit of a shame actually, because I took too long coming out the pits for the first run, that we ran out of time at the end to get both of us a toe and a run in. And I think, what did I miss out on pole by? 300s, 400s, something
close.
like that.
Very close.
And I lost all of that. I lost all of that and more in that last sector from not getting the toe on that run. But yeah, no, that was fun. Next week, I think I don't know who. I'm sure me and BJ have won 2 of the last 3 or 4 or so Zandvoorts.
I know BJ won it last season. I remember after that.
I think I won it the season before that.
Might have done, yeah.
So I'm not predicting a win by any stretch, because I think this is the first one I've actually won on track this year. But it's a track I like. It suits me. I'm not so great on the throttle, so any of those sort of high downforce, quick changes of direction tracks are the sort of ones I like. And BJ's quick everywhere, as you guys know.
Yeah, no, honestly, the teamwork's been fantastic. Leading now the drivers, leading the constructors. All I can say is well done. And
I want to ask.
Take it into next week and just keep doing.
I want to ask. Sorry, I started to interrupt.
Go ahead, Zach. Yeah.
Fan. Okay, sorry. So as you know, you're the leader. Is the championship on? Can you win it? That's all I want to know.
I mean, until I mathematically can't win it, of course I can win it. I'm not gonna count any chickens. I haven't really put anywhere near enough time into this year's game. I had a bit of an awful run at the start of the season, so another one of those, and I'm in trouble. Obviously, Brumio's rapid, and we were sort of close last year, and then he ran away with it in the end. So I don't want to make any predictions. There's quicker people in me than this league, so things have to go my way.
You're the quickest guy at the moment, so we'll see if that changes over next week. But again, congratulations to win. Hope sorry to interrupt your into there. And yeah, that'll be all from us, I think.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
Nice one.
See ya.
Well, with fan being owner shut up, that'll cap it off tonight. Pope, well done on the interview there. The work experience I'm giving you is definitely helping you out. We're going to get you a job at Sky F1 in the next week or so. So look out for that in the inbox. So that'll cap things off for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more future audio content, including all the races from now until the finale in Abu Dhabi, which I assume will be in Abu Dhabi if they don't change to Brazil like usual. For the reverse grid finale, which will be exciting as always. And of course, look out for any shorts and stuff during the week if I finally get my ass around to posting them because I'm lazy as usual. So thank you guys for watching once again. From me and Pope, it's goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, drivers.